excuse me. Right then, okay, ratio and proportion C grade material. Right, now it starts to get to the stage where they give you a ratio, they expect you to share things out in that ratio. So, I've got an example here. £400 is shared out in the ratio between Jim and Bob of, say, 3 to 5. Say they've done a task for somebody, a job, and Jim has spent 3 hours on that task, Bob spent 5 hours, and so when they get paid, well, Jim expects 3 in proportion to Bob's 5 because that's the amount of work he's put in. Key to this is the total of these two. Okay, if I want to share things out, so I've got 3 here and 5 there, I need to know what the total is going to be. Right, so 3 plus 5 equals 8, and I'm going to think of it now as this is 3/8 and that is 5/8. Okay, that's the easiest way to think about it. Convert that ratio into a fraction, and when you share it out, it'll become a lot easier. So, and if you look at it as well, 3/8 plus 5/8 is 8/8, which is a whole one, which you'd expect because there's only 2 people working on the task. Right, so if I want to share out £400, 3/8 of it is going to go to Jim. So if I go Jim, Bob, and the amount of money they're going to get. Right, 1/8 of 400 is £50, so 3/8 is £150. And 1/8 of 400 is £50, so 5/8 is going to be £250. Okay, I haven't quite finished the question yet. That is my answer, but I'm not quite finished because I've got to check. These two numbers here should add up to the total of the £400 because I should have shared every single penny out between those two people. 150 plus 250 equals 400. Job's a good one. Right, other thing they might do, okay, still working on C grade, is a method of sharing out using the unitary method. Now the unitary method means you find one unit and you're able to multiply it up. So another example is you've got a newsagent has 4 paper boys, okay, and between them altogether the newsagent pays out £25 per week. Okay, 10 years ago when I was a lad, that's how much you would have got, roughly about a £5 each. So the newsagent then says, right, I want to employ another 3 paper boys, so that's going to be 7 in total. How much do I think it's going to cost me per week? Right, so we go through the unitary method. So there's paper boy and cost. So for 4 paper boys, it costs £25. For 1 paper boy, because this is what the unitary method is, you always go down to 1. So I've divided by 4, I'm going to divide by 4 here. Right, 25 divided by 4 is going to give me, well, 6 4s going to 24, and then 1 divided by 4 is 0.25. So that's basically £6.25. Generally these questions will be done with a calculator because of what's about to come. Then you've got what happens if he's got to employ another 3 paper boys. Well, altogether he's going to have 7 then. So how much does he expect to have to pay out? Well, because he's going to have 7, you couldn't have multiplied 4 into 7 easily. You know, you'd have to be really good with fractions to be able to do that. So what you do is you go down to 1 and then you're going to multiply it by 7. It's the easiest thing to do. Okay, once you do that, you type it into the calculator. 7 paper boys should be, let's have a look here, 6.25 multiplied by 7 equals £43.75. So that's how much the newsagent, if you like, is expecting to pay out each week if he goes from 4 paper boys up to 7 paper boys, and of course this can be used in thousands of different examples.